Hope we're all doing good. I promised to do a video on the analysis of the trade I took on US oil, US30, Euro USD, and GBP USD. So I'm going to start off with the US oil. The analysis started from the daily time frame. So as we can see on the chart here, I have my levels. This level here is from the monthly, and this one is from the monthly, and those ones in between, this ones in between are from the daily and the 4 hour. So as we can see here, price has been within this zone for quite a while now, since 2022 August, September, thereabout. All up until now, price has been in this range. Yeah, but within the range we can still see the trend. We could see that price has failed to break above this zone for quite a while, above this high, sorry, and this one also. So this gives a signal, a sell signal, like price being in a downtrend. And also we could see this zone in between the major zones. Price has reacted from these zones for for a good number of time. From the my previous video, I shared that these zones are marked based on areas of rejection. There are areas of rejection and areas of reactions in the market. So we draw them because of what price has done in the past, and we hope that when price gets to that level, price is going to make a major decision of whether to continue upwards or reverse from that level. So we could see that price has reversed from this level for quite a number of time, and the same thing happened here, giving us a sell signal. So price failed to close significantly above this level, and price turned back. So I'm going to make a video in the future on how I mark my levels and the things I see, how I check when price comes to those levels. So we went down to the 4H time frame, and we could see that price has broken the level in between. So this is another level in between the daily levels, the daily zones. So price broke down below the zone and went up with high momentum, but failed to break above this minor zone here. This is the third touch of the zone, and we saw price move down with like a high momentum. This is what gave the signal for the sell. You could see that price has been moving with like quite smaller candle compared to what happened here. So this gave the signal that okay, price is about to move down, and we saw a range. So after we saw this, we waited for price to at least sustain below the zone for a while, not just trade based on this candle here. And so we went to the hourly time frame, and we saw this minor range. I waited for price to close below the zone before entering. So immediately price closed below the zone, I entered, and NFP pushed the price downwards. And though we have a significant pullback here, but we trust that price might react on this level before going back down. So we wait to see what happens here. We do not know what is going to, price can actually move up from here and continue upwards, but we just wait to see the reaction of the market. We react to what price does. We don't necessarily predict the market. We just wait to see the way candles print, and that will help us make decisions. So this is a 1:11 risk to reward ratio, and price has come more than half of that risk to reward, and we trust that price is going to hit our TP in the long run. But we are still watching how candle prints from Monday throughout the week. Yeah, so that's all on the US oil. So next is US30. the US30 starting from the daily time frame. So we could see that price, this is an all-time high for the US30. We could see that price made a double top here. Price failed to close above this level, and we saw a strong momentum candle from the previous day, which is yesterday, Thursday. So going down to the 4 hour time frame, we could see that price breaks a zone. So this is what gave us the signal, this zone here. Though I might have waited for price to close below this zone, which is marked on the hourly time frame, but this is enough to show us that okay, price is about to go down. You could see that price was in a channel here, and we saw a break, and after price broke below this level, we saw price move down. So we could see that it's just based on confluence, what I've back tested over and over again, what I've seen happen in the market, yeah, which is very, very important. So it is what works for you, what you have back tested, that you trade based on, not just based on what you see other people do. It is what you have tested in the market over and over again. So I have seen this kind of thing play out in the market over and over again, and when I see it, I am willing to risk a portion of my account to see if it works, right? I don't have my strategy is around 65-70% accuracy, but I'm willing to risk a portion of my capital to see if the trade is going to work this time. So um that's the analysis behind the US30. So we hope to see the movement from next week. So we will be looking to take partials around this level and watch how price react to those levels to see if price is going to move further down, or might reverse to the upside. But we look to see what happens from next week. And the next is Euro USD. Euro USD is actually quite an interesting trade. I actually entered the trade from last week, this week, and price hit my stop loss from here. So price went down, and it's actually a very, very simple analysis. Yes, we could see that from this move upward. Yeah, let me go down further. Price actually moved from here and broke this level here, which signifies a change of structure, a break of structure, sorry, and price moved down to around the 61.8 fib level. So we wait for price to react. So from last week, the trade from early this week, the trades I took, I think it was based on this very candle here. So price came further down, and we saw a small range which I identified in the other pairs, the other instrument I analyzed earlier. So what gave the signal was this strong momentum candle after the range that that broke above this black line. So I entered based on that, and RTP is around here. So we are almost halfway through the trade, and we hope to see what happens next week. And finally, the GBP USD. So this is actually a fresh trade. I actually entered after the close of the 4H, that's after the NFP. The other trades I entered before the NFP, but this one I actually entered after the NFP because I saw that the GBP USD was quite weak compared to the others. So I had to wait for more confirmation before entering. I actually also took a loss on GBP USD earlier this week, but we hope to see upward movements since the dollar is very, very bearish. Yes, we could see price has been around this zone for quite a while now, since April, but we have seen a close below. Yes, we might see a retest before a further movement, but the dollar is quite weak now compared to other currencies, and we hope to see further downward movements down to these black zone here. So that's all on the analysis. For the future videos I'll be coming up, it will be a video on the specific things I look for, the tools I use, and the specific things I look for on the chart before I take a trade. So that's all for now. Have a great time.